Hi, this is Bob from Hobby Concepts, and today I'm going to do a quick unboxing video on a new tank from Togde Model. These are a new tank company, and they have released the Bradley fighting vehicle and an M60. So today I've got this Bradley fighting vehicle. I'm going to just unbox it, fire it up. I'll take the top off so you can see inside. I'll run it a little bit. It's a really neat tank, and I'm excited because I've always wanted a nice Bradley model. I'll do a second video later where I'm going to paint it and detail it, but today it's the unboxing. Let's get started. Well, it is just pretty exciting for me to be alive right now because just the coolest RC stuff keeps coming out. And this Tongde M2A2 Bradley is a tank I've been just waiting forever for. I love the Abrams and the Bradley, and I also love the M60, which Tongde also does, and I'll have one of those in the future. This is the box. I just got it in. It looks really great. I'm pretty excited to take this thing, and I'm going to do exactly what I did with the Merkava, the Israeli main battle tank Merkava, and I'll take it apart, paint the tracks, do all my detail work. But today I just want to unbox it, so which I haven't even had it out of the box. I got it out of the outer box, but let's just take a look at this. So the first thing I see is typical with the newer RC tanks, lots of detail parts. It's not a kit, but it's almost a kit. So these detail parts are really nice. I'm gonna reposition the camera and we'll get a better look at them. I just wanted to kind of show you how it's packaged. These are all the bags and equipment that hangs on the side of the tank. I don't know how hot I am on that, but we'll find out. And then this is more parts. Charger, screwdriver, infrared battle system, the antennas. It looks like a couple of road wheels, maybe spares. And we'll dive into that as I go through this. So that's the accessory parts. Of course, the manual, and we'll flip through that. And then you can see, or at least I hope you can see, the back ring for the turret, the tank, and the radio in here. So I'll slide this tank out, we'll get it on the bench, I'll clean the styrofoam pieces off, and we'll take a look at it. So here's my Bradley out of the box, and just kind of slide it around here so you can see it. Lots of mounting holes in it. Looks really good. I haven't even investigated everything yet, but there's the rear cargo door that opens up, and it has a magnet that holds it. So real easy access to the interior, which is not common on tanks like this. The battery box is up on top here, and super convenient, but of course limited battery power. This is an 1800 milliamp battery, but that probably will run it for quite a while. But I'm looking at this going, holy smokes, you could put any kind of battery you want in here. Room for anything, run it for hours. So that's kind of a neat feature. This missile launcher rotates up and down, and I can hear a servo move when I do that. So I suspect that's servo operated. Of course, our hatch with the on-off switch. Driver's position hatch is open. There's a plug in this one, which I'm assuming is for the infrared battle system. This tank, as far as I know, does not shoot BBs because the gun barrel is too small. I may be missing something there. I can see light wiring for the lights. So overall, looks great. Just from knowing what I know about Bradley's and taking a look at this, the scale appearance is really good. I mean, it looks like a Bradley. It looks just like it. Now, I ordered the upgraded version that has metal tracks, metal road wheels, metal gearbox, and typically, just like on the Merkava, those come unpainted. So when I do the second video, I'll be taking this apart, painting these. I'll probably repaint the entire tank, and then of course install all the accessories and get it running and detailed up the way I want. Lots of little things need to be done. There's no windows in here. There's obviously parts and pieces missing, but looks really great. Okay, so there's the tank. The remote is very similar to the remotes on Henlong tanks. It's got sticks which come uninstalled, but just press into place. Pop this open here. So they just press into place like that. The radio is absolutely nothing fantastic special, but I'm sure it works. We've got buttons on top, probably for guns, volume, smoke, and a couple function buttons down here, and we will get into that when we get the tank running. Also in this bag is a charger for the battery, a USB charger, and the infrared battle system receiver, a couple of antennas, and they have the loop in them so you don't poke your eye out, a piece of cord, and a small screwdriver. So this remote, deal with those later, looks like, I'm sure it's going to use 4 AA batteries. Okay, that's brand new, that's tight. And that's going to take a little bit more effort than my thumbs have, but that's okay. Yep, 4 AA batteries, so nothing there that we haven't seen before. Okay, now let's look at the detail parts. Now, Motion RC has got these here in the US now, and that's a great way to buy it. When I ordered this, I got it from China directly. I don't normally like to do that very often, but and for a couple reasons, but one is when they shipped it to me, it got really beat up in shipping. So when I opened up the bag for here as an example, all kinds of parts were just falling off the tree, and so I don't think anything's damaged, but a little more work. So here's the parts trees. You can see they've got weathering on the paint, which is really nice. If you weren't going to repaint it, I think the paint job is excellent on all these parts. The color is pretty good. I think it's a little off. Seems a little dark to me, but overall, looks really good. And if you want to paint it and detail it, boy, what a great platform. Lots of detail parts, just tons of them. And again, weathered. And some of the parts, you know, you got axes and hammers and shovels, can easily be brush painted to add a little more detail. Another parts tree. Got the hubs for the wheels, jerry can, which is nice. Another parts tree, boy, parts just fall out of these. Another same tree. And then a final tree of detail parts. So tons of detail parts. I think this thing's going to look great. Now these two trees are all rucksacks, sleeping bags. That's all they are, and they're all have a stick-in pin. They're all painted green with some brown weathering, and I'm sure designed to sit along the side of the tank. Matter of fact, as we look at the book, you can see the details along the side. Now I can see right now where those road wheels tires are that I found went, and you've got the exhaust outlets, and then you've got the jerry cans, and you've got some rucksacks and sleeping bags sitting along the side. I'm not positive I'm going to use those, but we'll check it out. I might use some of them, I might use all of them. But with the detail parts, these pictures look really good. Now let's take a look at the manual. I want to redo my camera here. Okay, here's the manual. Again, looks kind of like a Henlong manual. I flipped through it, pretty straightforward. Chinese and English. Talks about the battery charging. It shows how to charge it and how to power it up, and we'll power it up in a few minutes. And then it gives you layouts of the trees, and then in these pages it shows you how everything installs and where every part goes. This looks really good. I like this as opposed to drawings. They give you a picture of where the part goes with an arrow and a part on the tank. So it should be very, very easy to do. Now I'm going to have to take my tank apart first because I need to paint the tracks. Additional parts, how to adjust the tracks, and then replacement parts. This talks about the sound control board, radio functions, and then all the radio functions and how you can program it. So open and close the tow missile launcher, I was correct. And then just a little bit about the Bradley fighting vehicle. The decal sheet is really interesting. These have a thickness to them. You can feel it through the clear paper. Now there's a peel off back and a peel off front. So I'm sure they look really good on the tank. But I'm curious about the thickness to them. I've never seen anything quite like this, and actually it looks really nice. I'm anxious to get it on the tank and try it out. So we'll look at that. Okay, so now I'm going to charge this thing up, and we'll put some batteries in the radio and we'll fire it up and see what it sounds like. Okay, well let's take a look at this thing. I charged up the battery a little bit. There's a lock button here. Fire it up. And then a smoke on and a smoke off button. You can hear the fan running. I don't have any smoke oil in it right now, so it won't smoke a lot. So let's take a look at the functions. Well, we've got driving. We have the gun shooting. You gotta love Bradleys. I would not want to be in front of that gun. And it has a really nice, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but a really nice LED effect through the side of the gun barrel. Now, the tow missile launcher, you hold down this button and you can raise it up. And then you hold this button down and push it, and it fires the tow missile. I don't know why only one light goes off, but that makes sense. You hold this button, down it goes. Of course, turret rotation, elevation. And sound off. Now it has, when the switch is on and the sound's off, the lights flash. When you turn the tank on, the lights go solid. We have headlights, and tail lights. I don't think that they have turn signals also. Okay, I'm going to play with this a little bit more. Well, I can't leave good enough alone. I had to open it up and see what's inside here. So, 4 screws hold on the top, very easy to take off. I could unplug these and completely remove the top. You know what? I think I'll do that. Then I can show you the bottom of it. So I did unplug it. And just so you guys know, I like to do this. I took several close-up pictures of how everything was plugged in before I unplugged it, or as I was unplugging it. That way I can plug it back in. So I'm a cheater too. A couple things to notice. First off, the gearboxes are amazing. There's all metal gears inside. They're super heavy duty. They're kind of sealed up, which is nice. The board is mounted down under this little strap, which would be easy to move. Yeah, very straightforward. Speaker. The speaker is small and it's in a really bad location. I would do something else with the speaker. In fact, when I take this tank apart and paint it and detail it and do the second video, I probably will put a different speaker in it and maybe a different location. Maybe I'll punch a hole in the bottom. I don't know, but I think the sound would be a lot better if this was moved. It sounded okay, but I think it can be made to sound better. You see what I mean about all the room accessible through the back door here. You could slide any kind of battery you wanted in here. Tracks are pretty straightforward. I noticed that I'm missing a road wheel here, and I think that's just because it was in transport. As I told you, this thing took a real beating in transport, and I found some of these in the box along with the pins, so that's just something I've got to put back together. The tracks will be pretty easy to take off and paint, especially like this. The hull looks really pretty nice. Turret rotation, all the lighting wiring, these are all the lights that plug into the control board. Smoke system here. The smoke system pumps out through here, and there is a plastic exhaust cover that fits over this in with the detail parts. So when I do the detail parts, I'll put some smoke oil in it. Of course, our on-off switch under the hatch. But really, pretty nice and clean underneath. Nothing exciting. Nice big nylon turret ring. Yeah, I don't see anything in here that's not probably just the way I would do it, including the hot glue to stick down the light wiring, which I do in trucks. So that's what the inside looks like. Pretty darn nice. Little overspray from the tan color in here, which to me means they spray the finish on this, which is good. Looks really nice. So that's what it looks like inside. I'll go ahead and put it back together. Well, there you go. Quick unboxing of the Tongde Bradley fighting vehicle. I'm thinking this is pretty darn nice. The electronics are simple but effective. The sound is good. It's easy to take apart. Lots of room inside. I think I can do a lot with this. So I will do a future video where I will do all the detailing. I'm going to repaint it, paint the tracks, do some probably internal upgrades, and make it into my own. So be watching for that. It'll be a little while, but it definitely will be coming. So I like it. I'll leave a purchase link in the description, and give this video a thumbs up. That helps with the YouTube rankings. And we'll see you next time. Thanks again for watching.